Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Moto in Depth. Today, we're going to be going over my top 10 riders in the 450 class and my top 5 riders in the 250 West region. And then next week, we'll go to the East Coast and we'll look at the East Coast riders for the 250 class and then re-rank the 450 riders, the top 10 here. You see, guys, right now, we'll put the top 4 up on your screen, and you guys will obviously see a little bit disappointed or disappointing things on the board that Eli Tomac is not number one. But listen, Chase Sexton had him broken. James Stewart said it himself. Chase Sexton had that one in the bag, and I think that he is the best rider out there. Not at all times, but he could be the best rider out there probably a majority of the time. That keeps him number one for me. But I had him winning the championship, and I still think that that is very much in play, and I think he needs one win. And we know how he is in the Triple Crowns, and you know, if he wins this one, he's the definite Triple Crown guy. And then Cooper Webb at number 3 is obviously a little understandable, and then Jason at number 4 is pretty good as well. He's probably not my first choice, or he is my first choice to put there. But I mean, right now, it might not be a lot of other people's first choice because of his results and what they've looked like this season so far. Maybe Aaron Plessinger finds that number 4 spot, but I think that personally, Jason Anderson is just, I mean, he has such a good chance and a thing going, and then he's kind of sabotaged it himself, and I think that that is a whole thing that, you know, I think everybody knows by now is that he's basically screwed himself over this year. It's nobody else's fault. And we can move on to the very next slide with the top 5 through 8 as well. Aaron Plessinger tops off that at number 5 for me. Justin Barsha. And you guys see those little boxes with the dashes in it. Don't worry, that is for when they go plus minus. If they move up a spot, I'll show that and their previous rating and whatnot. So you guys will understand that in the further top 10s. But I have Aaron Plessinger, Justin Barsha, Ken Roxon, and Dylan Ferrandis. Ferrandis is obviously injured right now, and I mean, obviously, he might move out of the top 10 rankings just because he's on injury here. And then when he starts racing in, he might make his way back in. But it'd be nice to see some other guys move up as well. But Justin Barsha's riding really good right now. And I think Ken Roxon has ridden so well. And, oh, why is he at 7 then? He hasn't put it together. I think that if he could take all of his strengths and then finally put it to one track, and then a Triple Crown might favor him a little bit more, he might find himself in the number 6 spot after tonight. But Ken Roxon's been riding really well. The German chocolate, as that's what James Stewart calls him. I don't really need to hit on the other guys. I mean, Justin Barsha's fine. I mean, he's just playing or riding pretty fast right now, some good speed. And then, like I said, Dylan Ferrandis kind of injured right now, but before then he was getting, he's getting a little bit in a groove, and you know, probably brought up his average finish up a little bit. And then we'll move to the very next one with Adam Cianciarulo and then Joey Savacci at 10 and probably could be at 9, with honorable mentions with Justin Cooper, Colt Nichols, and Christian Craig. And I think to really show you guys, you know, perspective, I think Adam Cianciarulo has the potential to be a top 5 guy. Give it a couple more years' time, and I think that there's no doubt he can get back up there. I'm not even saying a couple of years. I'm saying this outdoor season might see huge improvements with him, so he's also really good. And then Joey Savacci is so criminally underrated. It is crazy. I think that he is a factory rider as much as anybody else in this class, and he's proved it this year. Absolutely insane results for a guy in a situation in such a stacked field. I mean, look at the guys under him. All 3 of them are factory, and I think that is speaking volume towards Joey Savacci and his success this year. But Joey Savacci, very good and very fun rider to keep your eye on. He doesn't ride like a fun rider. He's not like a Jason Anderson where he's a very distinct style, but it's just fun to see a guy like him, former 250 championship runner-up for sure. I mean, didn't get screwed out of one, but wasn't exactly the most fair thing that went on. But yeah, Joey Savacci at number 10 is pretty good. We hit on Cianciarulo, and then look at these honorable mentions. I'll kind of scan over them. Justin Cooper, another guy that just with more time on the bike can get significantly better. Colt Nichols, same deal. Looked really good at the beginning of the season, and then kind of didn't fall off, but definitely declined. And then Christian Craig, things are just not going his way right now. I think that he is starting to put in a solid result and might move himself into the top 8 by the time the season is all said and done. But as of now, I think I have Christian Craig. It's not quite at 13 to per se, but yeah, you guys, it's so tough to rank these riders right now in these classes for sure. And then I mean, we can start to hit on these 250 guys, but like I said, we will hit on the 250 East guys next week. But my top 3 250 guys, this comes to no surprise: Jet Lawrence, RJ Hampshire, and Cameron McAdoo. If you guys watch the sport at all, this will be your exact top 3 for sure. I don't think I really need to say much. That is number 1, 2, and 3 in the class right now. No questions asked, no its or whats or buts about it. Number 4 and 5, this is where it gets a little crazy. Levi Kitchen and Pierce Brown are really good, but I mean, I hit on both Levi Kitchen and Max Voland in the past video, kind of breaking down their talent and what they can do here in the future and whatnot and all that. And then in the Oakland recap, I hit on Pierce Brown and said that he had no racecraft. I'm not against that take. Obviously, I'm the one that said it, and I don't regret saying it. He's not the greatest when it comes to the racecraft part, but he's got all the speed in the world. I think if he could put all of his tools together, he can put himself into a good spot. And I think at number 5 is very well suit, even though you also have guys like Styles Robertson, Enzo Lopes, Max Volan in the class, and then Oldenburg and Derek Kelly are probably my next 2 runner-ups. Although Matt Moss might find his way onto this next week, for sure. I'm a big fan of Matt Moss, 35-year-old Australian 8-time champion or something like that. Max Volan at 3rd, though. At 3 and these honorable mentions is pretty fun. But yeah, just quick top 10. I thought I'd brief you guys on what I feel, and make sure to leave a comment down below if you guys have any ideas or on any opinions on this top 10 list. It could be very controversial, but that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Consider liking and subscribing. Both are free and both can be undone anytime. I'll see you guys next time.